comments up here. Give people a couple minutes to come in. Hope everybody's having a good evening. We're about to have good conversation, good time on this Thursday evening. But first, let's. D, what's up, man? If you can hear me, let me know. Put a 1 in the chat. Do something. I have a really special guest for you guys today, and I am so excited. What's on the menu tonight, D? Come on in, come on in. All right. Good evening. Happy Thursday. Wait, is it Thursday? Is it Thursday? I think it's Thursday. I hope it's Thursday. If not, oh well. Leftover rice. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Hope you enjoy the show that we got going on tonight. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to my channel, Discovering Dez. It's your boy Dez here, and tonight I am here with a treat for you all. As you know, I have a series on my channel called Beyond the Stage. And Beyond the Stage really centers on life after undergrad and just how the adjustment to adult life is not easy for everyone, finding your lane, finding your path, and really just growing and thriving as an adult. So today I had the idea, well, not today. Today I have a guest here, and we had this idea a couple of weeks ago to collaborate on this. This is a friend I've had for years. I'm going to go ahead and bring him on. I'm going to let him introduce himself. Again, this is Dez. Beyond the Stage, Finding Your Voice, featuring Mr. Jay Smith. Let me get him up here. Jay, are you here?
Hi, everybody. I was cracking up.
Jay.
I was cracking up listening to that music.
Okay. Listen, I had to let Jay in on what was up with our song.
listen, it is definitely our song. Okay.
Jay, go ahead with this take a moment and just let the people know who you are, what you do, how, well, not necessarily how we know each other, but we're friends.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Okay, so again, I'm Jay. Obviously, my pen name and my government name is Jonathan E. Smith, and I have been a musician for over a decade now. I started songwriting in the third grade. I uh, began recording. I'm reading the comment. I started songwriting in the third grade. Started singing around the same time. I always loved singing, but I took my music like really. I did start doing it professionally when I went to college. I went to college for music, and I just never stopped since then. So now here I am in 2020, and I am writing a book. I have added author to my name now. So
I'll
thank
read
you.
it.
Yeah, no, thank you. So I if you go and look at my Instagram, official Jonathan E. Smith. Wait, how do I point to it? Right
Yep,
here.
go ahead and check him
Uh,
out. But make sure you check out his YouTube channel also.
what'd you say?
I said make sure they check out your YouTube channel also.
Yes, yes, yes. Jonathan E. Smith. Uh, if I have. I don't know if I've just been. If you look at my Instagram, my bio says creator of many, 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 many things. So yeah, that's it. That's it for me.
Well, again, Jay, I thank you for this opportunity. We had a pretty decent conversation about this last night, and we were like, "Dang, we should have just went live."
Listen, we
We should
could
have
have
just
went
went
live.
live.
Yeah, really.
We gonna get into all that. Don't worry, y'all. We gonna get into all of that.
Listen, no,
So
no.
we're going to go ahead and get our questions started. The first question says, "What was your life like trying to find your footing after graduating from college?"
Um, After graduating college, okay, so after graduating college, I did not have much of a plan. I knew where I wanted to go. Oh, hi, Mariah. I see you in the comment. Um, I, for me, I went into college with a plan, right? I went into college knowing exactly what I wanted to do and what I wanted to get out of college. And for me, I think that I got that. But leaving college was like it was a whole different beast
It's
because
something that a lot of us is not prepared for sure.
you know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna lie, it was hard. It was hard. And I think what I told you yesterday was the way that I got through like finding my footing after graduating college was just, continuing to say, hey, I'm still breathing and I'm still here.
Right. Like,
Um,
at the end of the day, you are still here. No
um,
matter what we're going through, no matter how you may feel in the moment, we are still here, and
listen,
that's the opportunity to make a difference. Just one more second.
right. Let's cue the Tisha Campbell song, okay? Uh, but it was it was a whirlwind. But I'm gonna say this: I found refuge in the fact that everybody else was going through the same thing. So,
That's the beauty of it. When you get out of undergrad and you are put into adulthood, you do realize that you are not alone in this struggle. And I
right,
think that's what's really helping me get through the COVID-19 situation, because I know this is not just a big inconvenience, anxiety feeling moment
not
just
at
for me.
all.
This is across the world for people.
Absolutely. And somebody said the other day, they were like, could you imagine going through all of this and not having social media? Right? It could feel really isolating. It really could feel very isolating, but it because we have so many other people to kind of go through it with us, it just makes it easier. So, listen,
Right.
I was sleeping on on some friend's couch. It was five of us cooped up in a a 3 bedroom apartment. I was sleeping on the couch, and going to work every day, but knowing that all of us, we all graduated, if not the same year. I think two of us graduated maybe the year after, and
Mm.
we were all trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So when we would come home from work and we'd be like, "Child, I don't know where I'm gonna be at this point next year, right? I don't know where,
But
oh,
I know I won't be here.
but I know I won't be here, right?" Um, I look back on those moments, and it was just so helpful to have those people. It really, really was helpful to have others doing that with me, going through that with me. Um, and it just helped to have supportive people. So that was what my
Absolutely.
life was like. It was a whirlwind, but I'm gonna say this: I eventually found my footing. I eventually did, and I did not find it in. Let me say this: I found it in myself. I found it by creating, and I found it by just believing in me. That was really what I did. Yeah.
I feel that. I feel that. And I would like a moment to say this, like even looking at our friendship that we have, like you know that you and I have grown like closer within like the past year for some odd reason. I'm not sure what it is. Because I think because we both have this creative thing going on, and it's
Right.
easy to bond with somebody over that, and we've always had a decent connection anyway. But yes, I will say that finding people that are ready to push you, that helps you get out of that
Yeah.
rut for sure.
And let me also say this: when you and I first became friends, how long ago was that? Like 3 years? Three or it was,
That was almost well. That was like 27, 2017, 2016. Yeah.
so I am a very different person than I was, and I have grown quite a bit, and I can tell that we grow as we continue on. So I think that um, I don't know. I think that's part of the reason why we've become closer is that we have just grown and matured in you know in
Correct.
in the same way.
Yes.
Hmm.
So let's go
Uh,
ahead.
what'd you
What
say?
were you saying?
Oh, no, no, no,
I
no.
said
I,
I was going to go on
I
to the
see,
next
I see
question.
the
What were you
next
saying?
question.
Okay. Next question says, "Have you ever thought of changing industries? What made you stay in music?"
Yes, absolutely. I think about changing industries all the time. I think
I feel that also. You and
Oh,
me.
listen, y'all, listen. Uh, I heard this first from a Heather Headley song. She said, "If you lost
Come
something,
on, Heather Headley.
yeah," she said, "If you lost something, you gotta let it go, and if it comes back, it means so much more." Okay. Um, listen, I have thought about. I have thought about not going into entertainment. Right. I have always loved music and I always want to do music. I want to do music forever. But I wasn't so sure that I was comfortable going into like the public figure role because it's a
Mhm.
lot. It's a lot when you are um in front of people and people, when you are a performer, I think that people feel like you are asking for their unfiltered, unadulterated opinion about you,
Right.
right? So a lot of times people will just give you their thoughts on you, not realizing that okay, I'm real fragile, I'm real sensitive. I'm real sensitive about, but you know what I'm saying? Artists,
Right, like Erica Badu says, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my edge.
I
Like,
am. I am. You know what I'm saying? I am. Listen, Erica Badu never lied when she said that. It. So I have not always wanted to go and be a public figure. Um, but I've always wanted to do music. What made me stay in music? Falling in love with certain songs that make me feel, man. There's a song. Let me tell you something. When I was in college and I was an RA, I remember laying in my
right.
bed one night and I had on these big. I just got some Beats, like Beats headphones. They were probably knockoff, but I had them. Listen, they sounded like the real thing, okay, but I wouldn't know. Um,
Beats.
and this song called "Red Dust" by James Vincent McMorrow came on. And I sat and listened to that song and I fell in love. Like I just fell in love with that feeling, with how that song made me feel.
Isn't that a beautiful feeling when you just when something just hooks you like that and it's not
Yes,
even a
yes,
person, like a piece of
yes.
art, something that you have like that.
I felt something listening to that song and it really like touched me down on the inside parts. Okay. And that in those moments I said, if this person can make me feel this way by just from me listening to them sing and just me listening to their voice and what they're doing musically, then I know that I can have that same effect on others. So really just inspiration. Honestly, watching Beyonce documentaries makes me want to continue doing music because I'm like, Jesus, I'm like, as hard as she works, I need to be stepping my game up. I can't give up now, you know. So, listen, whenever I need some motivation to go do some jumping jacks or something, I just put on Homecoming. Okay.
I need a lot of motivation to do a lot of jumping jacks, a lot of squats,
Listen,
push
being up in
ups,
the
all
house,
that.
just being up in the house. Listen. I went and bought some King's Hawaiian rolls the other day and was just eating them out the bag, just out the bag. So, but yeah, that's what made me want to stay in music. Feeling that feeling, really getting into that feeling.
Gotcha. That feeling is something that's unmatched. Like even being in band, like those songs from band that really just they you once you learn them, like and you start to feel it a little bit.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you this too. What made me stay in music was remembering my why, right? So growing up, I listened to gospel music like all the time. Always listen to gospel music, like with my parents. That was just what I was raised on. And there were two songs that I would listen to and I would sing along with them. And I felt them so strongly that I would just start sobbing, right? One of them was Lean on Me by Kirk Franklin. I am here. You don't have to worry. I can see your tears. I would listen to that and like weep and then shout to the Lord on the earth, let us sing. I would listen
I
to
haven't
that.
heard that in a minute. You bring it back.
Listen. I would just
You bring it back
literally sit
so
in the
bad.
car and have tears streaming down my face. So now, whenever I sing now, I I strive for that same feeling. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
strive to feel that same thing when I'm on stage and my voice is going up into that place. That special place. I I just start crying. Like I don't know what it is. Like I just that feeling just overwhelms me, and like I that's what makes
that's
me yes, and that's what makes me want to stay in music. Always, always.
so. When we go to staying in music, we have to look at your career? Like, what do you want to do? What are some of your goals? Like being a musician, being a vocalist.
Um, what are my career goals right now? Listen, find a way to put this book out and keep my head on, right?
Listen, look, it's possible. There are numerous like agencies that handle new authors, so I would
right,
definitely.
right. Well, let me say this. I'm working. I'm getting coaching. I was lucky enough to get that grant through Arts and Science Council, and I'm getting coaching. I know, right?
Wait a minute. Tell us a little bit more about that. Tell us a
Okay.
little more about that.
Okay. So I wrote a book in January. I wrote this book because I wanted to. A lot of my students were asking me. If y'all don't know, I also give voice lessons. I don't just sing and perform. I also teach singing and I teach music as well. If y'all want a lesson, hit me up on the Instagram, hit me up on the Gmail, hit me up. I'll work with
Yes,
you on
it's
Patreon.
appreciation week, so hit those cash apps down there.
Listen,
Don't mind.
y'all see them. Um, but I wrote a book because my students were asking me, do you have something that we can reference outside of lessons? And I was like, I could go on YouTube and find something for y'all,
Right.
or I could just create it. I was like, or I could just make it, right? So I started writing my book on January 16th, and I finished it maybe it was between 3 weeks to a month later. And I found out about the Arts and Science Council. They were accepting applications for I think it's called the Emerging Creators Grant. And I originally wasn't gonna go. I originally was not gonna go to the meeting. I don't know what was keeping me from going. I just didn't think that I was gonna get it or whatever. But I decided to go, and let me tell you how the universe will really set things up for you. So my birthday's in November. I'm going to this meeting at the end of January, and she says, in order for you to qualify for the grant, you have to be at least 25 years old. And I said, okay. It's like, all right. I was like, okay, I'm in the number. I am here, right? Um, and she said you have to be out of college. I think it was at least 3 years, right? I graduated in 2017 and it was 2020 when I applied, right? So all of these markers that she was listing for you to be qualified to get the grant, I had just barely, I was barely checking them off. And in the end, I applied for the grant. I got my application and everything. I got it professionally proofread. I got it edited, like everything. I invested money in the application, and I applied, and they called me maybe like a month later, and they said that I got it. So I'm just so grateful. I know y'all see my shirt. I'm so grateful to be a creative. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And this is what I tell creatives all across all platforms. We do not have to sit back and wait for these opportunities to come to us, right? We don't have to sit back and wait for, I want to get this type of job. I want to get this type of. No, when you are a creative, you go out there and create those opportunities, right? I applied to get the grant for my book, but I couldn't have got the grant if there was no book, right? I had to create the book and go from there, So I have diverted from the question. Your question was about my career. It was about my career goals. Right now, I just want to publish this book and have it and just have it as a reference. For me, I see that book as my business card. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, if somebody hand you a business card, you put it in your wallet. If somebody hands you a book and they say, I wrote this, please read this, it just makes a really big impression. So I want that. I'm currently working on music. I have I have three EPs that are in the works right now. One of them is completed, the recording, and then the second and the third, they are still being recorded and mixed and everything. But I'm just now putting on my producer hat, so I'm learning more and more and more
Y'all
about that
listen.
as well. Yeah, 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 yeah. So those are my career goals.
He has that he's working on, and I appreciate him for trusting me with that because you can't do that with everybody.
Not at all, not at all. But I have been very blessed to come in contact with people who not everyone was supportive of my vision. Not everyone was, and that's okay. You know, my vision is not for everybody. There's a reason that, the universe gave me that vision and he didn't give that vision to everybody, you know. But I've been very blessed and I've been very lucky to uh, work with more people who support my vision than people who don't, you know. So shout out to Rasan Lacey. He recorded my whole first EP. He recorded my first single, my second single, my third single. Um, and we're just gonna keep going from there, you know. Um, so I truly do believe. Oh, thank you guys in the comments. I truly do believe that you just got to get around people who are like-minded. You have to get around people. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. When I first started working on my solo projects, I was working with um, a producer who I don't think we were on the same page. He's a little bit older, right? And I don't think he's exactly for that. You know, young black boys, I'll just say young black gay boys being themselves, and being free. And I had to really, really, I don't know, I had to do some soul searching and remember who I was and remember that it wasn't necessarily me. Uh, but then I found two new producers who they were extremely supportive of, you know, they were extremely supportive of.
Wait, I lost you. Go back. What you said like a couple seconds ago. Something happened for a second.
Oh, no worries, no worries. I said I'm working with two producers now who, one of them specifically told me, whatever subject matter you want to sing about. I think he told me, he said, if you want to sing about how you meeting a man in the club and and you know what I'm saying, y'all cutting up and doing what y'all do, he was like, I support it. He was like, I support it.
Right.
So
that's your experience.
Well,
that's what you know.
Let me tell you this: as creatives, y'all, and all the people in the comments, all the creatives in the comments, we don't just create the product, right? We are storytellers as well, right? Our stories have value, and our stories mean something. And they don't only just mean something to us; they mean a lot to the people who hear them. So you have to place your product and you have to place your story in the hands of someone who is going to be gentle and delicate with it and not try to make your music their music and not try to make your story their story and not try to capitalize off of your story, which is why ultimately, I love working with my producers now, but ultimately I produce my own music now. Like I just had to take that leap and just produce my own music, because I don't, I just don't believe in. I'm an artist and I'm sensitive, you know.
No,
And I'm
I feel you. I
sensitive.
feel
And,
you.
and let me also say this: I'm also a Scorpio. So listen, I have a student who was a Scorpio, and she's in the second grade right now. And when that little girl writes a song, she don't want my help, right? Right? She can take the help. She doesn't mind the help with the vocal. She doesn't mind the help with the performance. She don't mind the help. But when it comes to the writing and what she actually said, she's like, Mr. J, I don't want to say that.
I
She's,
start looking up the zodiac signs of my students. That's not a bad idea. That
you
would
know
help.
what
That
I'm
would make my
saying? You know
job
what I'm saying?
pretty.
And let me say this, and I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I be like, "Girl, why you just don't listen to me?" But then at the same time, I'm like, "Well, Jay, like you the same way.
It is what
You
it
the same
is.
way." When somebody gives me critiques on my writing, that's much more personal to me. You know, um, so she gets it honest, I get it. I get it. He said, I love a Scorpio. Oh, thank you so much. He said, watch out for the Virgo. Listen, watch out for the Virgos now. Um,
Listen,
so
you gotta
yeah,
watch out for everybody.
watch out for all of them.
You had mentioned being around people that kind of motivate you. So like besides your friends, like who inspires you? Like what inspires you to keep going?
Who inspires me? Okay, so let me tell you something. Frank Ocean and the whole Channel Orange era had Channel Orange not happened the way that it did, I probably would not be a performing artist right now. And I want to meet him one day so that I can tell him face to face, when you put that album out and the stories that you were telling on that album, and your that beautiful note that he wrote on his Tumblr the day before it came out, I just would not be here if it was not for that. Frank Ocean inspires me so much. He is, to me, he is the definition of Black boy joy. Um, who else inspires me? We already said Beyonce and her work, her monstrous work ethic, her amazing work ethic inspires me. Who are some more artists that I like? And I'm just gonna say this. I am inspired by anybody who acts and moves with intention. Okay, who anyone positive intention, right?
Can I
Um,
say intention and authenticity?
Authenticity. Listen now, because you can have the intention, but if you ain't living in your truth now, how you gonna win when you ain't right within? That's look. I feel like Patti LaBelle.
Yes.
How you gonna win when you ain't right within?
You
Um,
are.
I I am inspired by anyone who has taken their craft and uh, what's it called? Who has taken their craft and just devotes their I don't want to say devotes their life to it, but
It's commits to
they commit to it.
as
They commit.
T.S. Madison said it this way: like she sees the vision and she commits to the vision.
You know what I'm
Like
saying?
she
You know
sees
what
the
I'm
goal.
saying? Because
She knows
listen,
where she wants to go. She doesn't know how she's gonna get there, but she's gonna get there. And you got to put faith in that.
let me tell you. Sometimes I will be minding my business and I'll have a dream, or I'll be riding on the road or something. And God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, will give me a vision of something in the future, something that I need to do or something that I need to carry out. And I'd be like, dang, you didn't gave me something else now. Dang,
Right.
it's my duty to carry this out now, you know? so many of my songs and so many of my just so much of everything, it comes to me in dreams. My best music has come to me in dreams, and that's so
That's not
true. Yeah, I just feel like when you're dreaming, you're in such like a supernatural state. Like you're in like so a lot of that beautiful stuff comes there. Who else inspires me? Ooh, Don
Can
Anthony.
I say this 1 second,
Oh,
Jay?
go ahead.
You keep going. I'm gonna step off for a second, but you keep going. I can hear
Okay,
you. Let's
okay,
go.
okay. Yeah. I'll talk to the people. Um, there's an amazing Charlotte jazz artist named Dawn Anthony, and she took so much time and dedicated so much energy into me as an artist, strictly because she believed in me, like she believed in me, and she I don't know, like she just I don't want to say she took a chance on me, but she did. She did.
Right.
She saw something in me and believed in me. Um, who else inspires me? So many people. Barbara Streisand's voice inspires me. Um, oh my gosh.
So in the same
Anybody?
vein of inspiration, give me your top three artists.
Wait, say that
That's a little
again.
surprise one. Your top three artists.
Okay. Tony Braxton. Um, I gotta give it to Beyonce, and I gotta give it to Frank Ocean. I have to. Like they are just
That's a solid three. I can't argue with any of those.
honorable honorable mention. Honorable mention goes to Mariah Carey. Her songwriting is otherworldly. Her songwriting ability.
I thought I thought Mariah was going to be in your. I wasn't going to say anything, but
Yes,
I definitely thought Mariah was going to be in your top three because whenever
her.
we're on IG Live together, it goes to Mariah quickly.
Yes, no, and let me tell you, and let me tell you, and let me tell you. Okay, I gotta give two more. I gotta give two more. I gotta give two more. So Mariah is one, and then Brandy. Brandy is
Randy has a new project out also. I see.
I saw. I cannot freaking wait. Um, Brandy's. When y'all listen to my music, when y'all hear my music, I want y'all to. I hope that you guys can hear the Brandy influence and the Brandy references that I make, because the way that she layers her vocals, the way that she just implements that tone. Do we have any Brandy fans in the comments? The way that she implements that tone, Jesus, like she said, anybody old school who has inspired you as well? Tony Braxton, Whitney Houston, Luther Vandross. Sometimes when I'm performing, I'll do that Luther Vandross run. That ooh, I'll do that run sometimes. Um, um, definitely Whitney Houston. Old school. Let me see. Who else is old school? Um, other old. I love Tamia. I love Tamia. Tamia. I just got put on to Tamia. Really, I really just got put on to Tamia like that. I'm trying
That's the
to.
only song I got to me, low key.
What is it? What is it?
Stranger in My House.
Listen, a good one now. But no, Tamia has bop.
That is a full performance right there.
A
Like
full
you
come
know,
on, full performance. Come on.
like you cannot go. I, T.S. Madison has a live where she did a lip sync to that. So it's on Instagram. I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay. I hate to be like cheesy, but my favorite Tamia song is "Oh, I really like what you've done to me." That song can come on at any point on any day, and I am going to sing every ad lib, every run. I'm gonna sing it all. Um, yeah, those are my old school faves. I love old school music. I really do. Um, yes. Oh, and
All
if y'all
right. So
have any
looking at our
questions in the
back,
comments, if y'all have any questions in the
huh?
comments, please feel free to ask in the
Yeah,
comments as
yeah.
well. I
Drop
don't
those
mind.
out. Well, my last question personally is, what advice would you give other artists and creatives? And we kind of touched on that already, but you can reiterate how you made.
I feel like that gif of Wendy Williams when she was like, um, huh. What advice would I give to other? Create because you enjoy it. Don't create for money. The money will come. Um, oh wait, my friend is texting me and I see it and she's watching. She said she didn't know how to comment. I'm about to get emotional reading that. Wait.
Oh,
No, that was really sweet.
welcome, friend.
Aaliyah, I just
Welcome.
read your comment. That was the sweetest thing. That was literally the sweetest thing I've ever read.
Listen, make sure y'all share this out also. Make sure
Yeah,
you share
please,
this
please, please,
Facebook,
please,
Twitter, all
please.
of that.
Um, what was I about to say? I didn't got a little misty. But no, create because you like to, right? The money will come. The money comes and goes, right? But you have to create because you like it. Um, and the thing about creating because you like it is you eventually look back on all of the things that you have created and you're like, wow, I am actually quite good at this, you know?
Right.
Um, I go back and I listen to some of the songs. Cause so here's the thing. I have been recording myself since I was in high school. And oof, those recordings were, not the greatest. But I look back on them now and I'm like, wow, Jay, they weren't, you know, you really showed some true intention there. You know what I'm saying? And you really showed
You have to start somewhere. Like, I
absolutely.
went back and looked at my first video. Well, I don't like watching my own videos, but I went back and looked at like my first one, and I only watched a couple of seconds of it. But
Uh-huh.
it's like I can, like, even though it wasn't the best, obviously, it that was my starting point.
After you get over the cringe, right? After you get past the cringe, you really can look at it objectively. You can look at it
Right.
very objectively, and you can really see how where what you were doing right and what you were doing and what you could have improved upon. Um, you've obviously had faith. That's another thing. Advice to creative. Let me tell you something. If you do not pick up anything else that I'm saying right here, right now, okay? Make decisions based on faith. Do not make decisions out of fear, okay? Because fear is going to get you, fear ain't going to get you nowhere, okay? You have to, you really have to believe that what you are doing is valuable, right?
Absolutely.
I tell all of my students, I say, when we start these lessons, the first step to becoming an amazing singer and the first step to becoming an amazing songwriter is believing that you have something valuable to say. Okay? Because let me go back to the point about making decisions out of faith and not out of fear. I
Yes, sir.
had to have faith that somebody was going to find this book valuable, right? Before I even started writing it, I
Right.
had to have faith that okay, I got three students who have been asking me to write this book. And here she said that's a word. It is. I have these three students who have been asking me to write this book. So I'm like, okay, there's obviously demand here. I'm like, somebody is demanding me to write this.
Right.
So then I started typing it, and the more that I started typing, it dawned on me, Jay, you really do know how to sing. Like, not only do you know how to sing, but you know how to like communicate singing as well. Um, but I would have never written two sentences had I not believed that I had something valuable that was worth giving. And we all do. We all have experiences. We all have stories. You know what I'm saying? We all have talents and traits in us that people want to learn. Let me tell you something, right? Me right here. I'm musically inclined, and I am. I think I'm a good performer. Visual art, like when it comes to the painting and the drawing and all of that,
Not for you.
and in my ministry. It's not my ministry, right? So I guarantee you, there is somebody in there's somebody watching this live, or there's somebody in these comments that can draw, and they think that they can. Right? They think, like I don't draw very well, or I don't draw as good as whoever. But to me, I'm like, oh, you good, you good. I want to learn. I want to learn that, right? So
And
here
again,
now,
that
you missed an
you have
opportunity.
to start somewhere. You
Here
have to start.
now, you have missed an opportunity to teach somebody who genuinely would like to learn because you didn't believe that you were good enough, right?
Yes.
So then watch this. You teach me how to draw so that I tell all my followers, hey, I learned how to draw from this person. If you're a beginner, they can really help you. I do now, you done got 5 new inquiries of people who want to learn. You see what I'm saying? You see? So but it all starts with believing and having faith that don't you know what I'm saying? I don't make decisions out of fear thinking that something is not going to work for me. I make decisions with faith and having faith that if I take one step, God is going to take 2 steps. Okay? Listen. He'll take 2 steps and put a jump rope in front of me. All right. Listen, we can skip to my loop. All right. But
Double Dutch praise.
listen, come on. Who in the comments will give me double Dutch lessons? I ain't never been able to double Dutch. I'll take them. I'll pay for them. All right. But yes, um, just believe, and separate yourself from negative people. Separate yourself from people who do not share the same vision as you, or who are at least supportive of it. Separate yourself, right? I'm gonna tell y'all this.
Everybody's not gonna be on board with it.
Everybody ain't gonna be on board with it. I'm gonna tell y'all this. I said this to my friend the other day. I said, we were talking just about people and friends, and I said, why is it that when we cut friends off, when we end friendships with people, or bad relationships with people, immediately we look back and we start to notice these signs that were there the whole time, but we either did not pay attention to them, or we have all done it. I just recently did it. Listen, you already know that story, that mess. Okay.
Listen, them red flags be looking real rosy.
They do. I'm gonna tell you this. Somebody said this. 2 things. Somebody said, when you're wearing rose-colored glasses, all the red flags just look like flags.
Yep.
You feel me? So that's one. But number 2, um, when your spirit and your soul can tell when something is off, even if the mental and the physical cannot tell, right? So how many times have we all been like, something don't feel right. Something don't feel right. I can't put it to words. I can't put it to words, and I can't do anything about it right now. But something
But you just know.
something don't feel right, right? Every friendship that I have ever had that I had to end, or that friendship to end, there was a moment in that friendship are multiple moments where I said something don't feel right about this situation, or I don't really like what you said to me just now. I don't really know how. I don't really know why I don't like that, but I feel a type of way about that. The soul and the spirit can tell and can feel things that the mental and the physical do not feel. Okay. So always go with your gut, always go with your soul. And the last thing that I would say to creatives is create a reputation of excellence, okay? Um
Integrity.
what'd you say?
Integrity.
Integrity. I want people to know that when Jay Smith gets on stage to sing, listen, he ain't listen, I ain't the best dancer. I love to dance, but I ain't the best dancer now. Listen, I love to
Chris,
talk.
you'll give us a last shuffle.
I love to talk, but I can listen. With your dream girl. Boy, I can do a little 1-2 step now. Um, but when you get into this vocal, okay, I want y'all to know that I am giving you my excellence, right? I'm not going to half step anything. At least for me, right? People will remember that. People really will remember that. And they will say, okay, anytime we need a male vocalist for whatever, whatever, we know we can call Jay, right? Anytime we need an excellent this over here, we know we can call this person. Anytime we need an excellent actor, we know we can call this person. Create a reputation of excellence. And the way that you create a reputation of excellence, y'all, is always continue to study. Continue being a student. Never stop being a student, y'all. People think that once I graduated college, people think that once I graduated college that I stopped studying. Y'all, that was the beginning. That was the beginning for me. I have talked about this so many times. That was the beginning. Y'all, I got so many books on singing, y'all. It doesn't stop. It doesn't stop, y'all. So if you want to be good at something, you need to continuously be learning about it all the time. All the time. Okay? Because there is somebody out there who is waiting. They're waiting for you to slack off. You know what I'm saying? There's somebody out there watching.
You are speaking to me now. You
I'm
are
telling you.
speaking to
I'm
me.
telling you. And when you consistently learning, yeah, I'm telling you, I truly do believe that while we are students of things, our awareness just continues to go up. I just truly believe that. I truly believe it. And that's really it. I can't. If I think of any more, I will be glad to say them. Listen, if I'm reading the comments, people are like, that's true. Yeah, yeah, seriously. Giving people passes who didn't deserve a pass, who never deserved a pass. And then I look back after we had ended this friendship. I look back and I realized, okay, Dad, every time we talked about me, she ain't really have much to say. But when we would talk about her and her issues, the conversation could go on and on and on and on and on. Or every time I got a new opportunity, or every time I got an opportunity to do something else, this person always had to tell me that they did it before me, right? You know what I'm saying? I had a friend. I had a
Absolutely.
friend. I had a friend very recently who now, obviously now, I look back on it, but if I would get a performance opportunity or if I got an audition opportunity, she would be like, "Oh yeah, that's the same one that they sent to me a year ago, or that's the same one that they did for me." You know what I'm saying? But because we're friends. I let that
Right.
I let that stuff pass. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And then just put it in the building.
I let that exactly. I let that stuff pass, and I let that stuff pass. Yes, self-centered. Yes, and I'm gonna tell you this too, man. I tell you this right here. Me and this person, we would go. I'm talking. We would go to performances together. We would, I did, y'all, I did a 12-week seminar with this person. Like, I did a 12-week course with this person. I prayed to God and I said, God, as I enter this new level in my life, I want you to remove the people out of my life who do not show themselves to truly be, you know what I'm saying, uh, who are just not for me. Who are just not for me. I have friends like I said, I want you to remove those people out of my life. Immediately, I found out that I got my grant, and the next week was when me and this person had, our separation. So I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
I think I know the one you're
Oh no,
talking
you do, you do. No, we talked about it on live. No, we talked about it on live. I'm telling you. Let me tell you something, Charlotte people. Some of y'all faves is crazy. Some of y'all faves is just as crazy as they want to be. Listen, listen, and I ain't lying. I don't mind saying my truth. This is my truth. Okay, this is what happened. But what I'm saying is, in order for you cannot forget where you came from, right? You can't forget where you came from, and you can't forget who daggone raised you, right? My parents used to say that when I would leave the house. They'd be like, when you leave this house, remember who raised you, right? And I have to remember that my parents did not raise me to be someone who made friends and then, you know what I'm saying, want to compare.
started moving funny.
You get what I'm saying? Or for instance, make friends with a musician and then go on their page and start comparing y'all's views and y'all's count. If we friends, don't none of that matter. Don't none of that matter.
Right, like especially like since a lot of artistry now is based on online platforms, you can't let that get to you. You know how many people I follow with literally 10 times, 100 times as many
Right,
subscribers I
right.
have. I don't let that bother me because I have my
Meanwhile,
thing. That's what they
mean,
got theirs too.
listen, and let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. I told you this. One thing that person said to me was she ain't. They didn't really want to, keep the relationship going because we were in two different stages of our careers, and they felt like it's like this isn't reciprocal, and blah 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 blah, whatever. Right? Let me say this: simply because you got however many views you got on your page and I got however many views on my page, or you got however many followers over here and I got however many followers over here, that does not mean that we both do not have respective audiences who we both provide value to, right?
Correct.
So let's not ever get to a point where we're like, okay, well, I'm up here and this person is beneath me and I've been doing this. You know what I'm saying? And everybody want to learn off of me. Let's not get to that point. Let's not get to that point now. Because now you're getting this big head. And I'm gonna tell you, when your head get real big, the universe and the world has a way of just being like,
It'll come through. It'll
you
come
know what I'm
through.
saying?
It'll
Come through like
shake
a
it
thief
all
in
up.
the night, okay? Come through like a thief in the night now, all right? But I say all that to say, y'all, my advice to y'all is when you get out here and get to making friends, especially friends who are in the same industry, just be cautious, right? Just be cautious. Don't be paranoid. Don't be paranoid. Give
Right.
people a chance and keep your heart open. Don't close your heart off to people. And I'm gonna tell you something else. This is something else that I'm learning, y'all. Everything that I'm saying, talking about these fake friends, everything I'm saying, talking about, these people who are jealous, blah, 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 all that. At the same time, I have to remind myself, do not close my heart off to people. Don't close my heart off to people. And I'm going to tell you why. because, and I might get a little emotional again, but I had a friend tell me this because I have a lot of anxiety around people. Like I have a lot of anxiety around dealing with people sometimes. My friend told me, she said, as much as we want to think that blessings only come from a supernatural source, blessings often have to be administered through a person, right? So people, just as much as you think that a person can hurt you, or just as much as you think that a person is trying to steal your formula and steal your blueprint and steal blah 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 blah. As much as you think that a person can do that, this person could also really bless you. And because you are so guarded and you're so, I'm never gonna let anyone hurt me ever again. You are now cutting yourself off from someone who genuinely could be a positive motivating force within your life. You know what I'm saying?
Like, listen, you can't get blessed like this.
You can't get blessed like that. You can't get blessed like that. You can't get blessed like that. And let me also say, you don't know that people are not for you until they're not for you. But you have to go through this life continuing to trust people and continuing to love on people and continuing to show kindness and care. You know what I'm saying? You cannot shut yourself off from people. And my daddy, oof, now listen now. I don't agree with everything my dad says. I don't agree. Me and him, we disagree all the time. But one thing that he said to me, he used to say this all the time. He said, when you live alone, you die alone. You know what I'm saying? When you live lonely, you die lonely. And I'm going to tell y'all this. I don't want to have a funeral and nobody show up. That's just me. That's just me.
Right.
So I am going to open my heart to people and keep my heart open to people. I ain't going to be stupid. Once you show me who you are, I'm going to do, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to act accordingly.
Maya Angelou said it best. When someone.
Abby said it right here. When people show you who they are, believe them, and govern yourself accordingly. Yes. And listen, y'all, you're not going to get it right every single time. You're not going to get it right every time. My friend.
That's the important part. You have to make room within yourself for those mistakes.
Listen.
Because you're not going to be on it 100%. That's not logical.
My secret hater friend, she slipped through the cracks. She slipped in there. She just did. You know what I'm saying? So people are going to slip in the cracks. Like they just are. But you remove them from your life and then you move on. Right. And then you devote your time to the people who you truly do love and who truly do show you support and care about you. And that's all my advice to y'all. Now listen, y'all, let me tell y'all something. If you would like some more advice,
let me tell y'all something.
Now let me tell y'all something. If you would like any more advice on life and on being a creative, be on the lookout for my second book, 12 Lessons in Creative Happiness. Okay. And now listen, I ain't tell you about that one now. Okay.
You did not tell me about that one.
After my first book is published, I will be working on a second book called 12 Lessons in Creative Happiness. Okay. It is for every creative across any field. It's just 12 lessons that I have learned. 2 of them I just told y'all. Create a reputation of excellence, and what was the other one I said? Create a reputation of excellence and separate from negative people. Those are 2. Listen, like Funky Dineva said, I gave that one to y'all for free. I'm gonna charge you next time, okay? So yes, he said that his crack is getting sealed up too. Yes, listen, come on. So yeah. Don't close yourself off to people, because you really do miss out. You really do miss out on blessings. People can hurt you, but you sitting here living in fear that they're going to hurt you is not going to make it hurt any less. You know what I'm saying? So you got to go through
And,
life with your
you
heart.
block out the people that can truly make a positive impact
Because let
on
me
you
tell
and
you
your life.
something. Let me tell you something. When you do that, you're living in fear. You're making decisions out of fear. I'm afraid that this person is going to hurt me. So I'm going to close my heart off to them. You know what I'm saying? I'm afraid. When you can live in faith and have faith that even if they do hurt you, even if they
You're
do
gonna be
hurt
better
you,
after.
you're going to bounce back and be better without them. Okay? Just remember that. Remember that. You got everything you need inside of you to live a bountiful life.
No, I need y'all to go ahead and pass the collection plate to
Listen,
my friend.
listen. My cash app. Listen, if y'all feeling blessed worthy, my cash app is in the bottom bar. Singer J. Smith. That's the collection plate right there. Listen, okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
But thank you. That all of that. Like I don't even gotta say much, but all of that spot, spot on. Thank you. Before we get out of here tonight, we had talked about doing a little song association.
Okay.
And if you feel up to singing, that's up to you. Or
Yes.
you can just give me a title of the song. That's
No,
okay.
no.
You got
I'll
the
sing.
piano.
I'll sing. How many points do I get? How many how many points do I do?
Let's just do 5.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So gonna give you, let's say, 10, 15 seconds.
I'm like nervous.
I'll say.
My
Let me
heart
put
started
up a
beating.
timer
My
or
heart just
something.
started beating. I'm serious. Y'all know my nerves. I hope these are easy.
All right.
How are you guys feeling in the comments? I'm so happy to be interacting with y'all. This is amazing.
The comments are usually the best part of a live stream.
Listen, no, the comment section is the best part of social media.
No, there be some BS down there sometimes.
Except when it's the shade room, right? But sometimes the shade room
I
comments.
don't follow cancel Shade Room 2020.
Listen. The shade room comments, they either be hilarious or they be like painful.
All right, so I got the timer set up for 15 seconds. So once I say the word, I'm going to start the timer, okay?
Okay.
All right, so your first word is time.
Oh, if you walk, you can look, and you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I will be waiting. Time after time.
Who was that?
Huh?
Who was that?
That was by Cyndi Lauper. That was Time After Time.
I don't know a lot of Cyndi Lauper, but okay.
Oh, come on. Okay.
Now, if you would have said Stevie Nicks is more my speed.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. Heart.
I was just listening to this. You make my heart, you make me dance, sweat on my head. Go fly around, tucking in the air, make my heart. That's by Toni Braxton. It's Make My Heart. It's off of her album Pulse, which I had the pre-release version. Like it was like a Japanese pre-release version. That's how much of a fan. That's how much of a Toni Braxton fan I am, y'all. I be getting her albums like before they come out.
Good job. Let's see.
You make my heart. I love that song.
Baby.
Baby, when you left, I lost a part of me. It feels so hard to believe. Come back, baby, please, 'cause we belong together. Mariah Carey, We Belong Together. Off of her best album, The Emancipation of Mimi.
Supreme In My Feelings track.
I'm sorry. I have never once heard that song and been like, "Hey, turn that off. Turn that off." Not a once. Not a once.
Right, like I'm always in the mood for that one.
Honestly.
All right, your next word is you.
Oh, um, she's fine too, but I want you. Ha, 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 ha. She's fine too, but I want you.
Yes.
I love that song. This is fun. This is really fun.
I don't know all the lyrics to that, but I don't know if it's fine two or 5-2.
Listen, I saw somebody on Twitter. They were like, they said, in what context of a situation would 5-2 ever make sense?
He might like him short.
No. So what is the other girl? 6'1"? I mean, hey,
Might be a
she might
baby.
be.
She might be on the tall side. You
Listen,
never
she
know.
might be, man. Don't let her have no heels on. She got to wear flats.
How many words was that?
I don't know. I wasn't counting. I'm having fun. I don't know. I wasn't counting.
We still keep going, okay?
Okay.
Good.
Good. Ashanti had that song. It was like, I got that good, good. I got that good, good. You remember that? She had been away for a long time.
I can't remember if it's Ashanti or not.
I got that good, good. I got good. I already got the point because no, no. I sang it. Y'all in the comments, Google it real quick.
I think it's by Ashanti.
Google it. No, hold on. I'm about to Google it. I got that good, good. Type in Ashanti, good, good.
Okay. I'm working on so
good, good. Song by Ashanti. Yep.
Huh?
I said, yep, I found it. Song by Ashanti.
Girl, I guess.
I got that good, good. I don't know. I couldn't think if I had to think of another one. Oh, there's never a right time to say goodbye, but I gotta make the first move. Y'all know that
one. Next word is all of these I don't like. Fire.
Fire. You said fire?
Fire.
From the fire we make, it's getting hotter and hotter. From the night to the day, hey, can't stay away. I love that song.
I forgot about it.
Fire We Make, Maxwell and Alicia Keys. Where has she been?
That was like one of the last. That was like one of the last songs they made.
Right. I miss Alicia. I love you some Alicia.
Who was singing Alicia? Oh my! Have you seen the Terrell show with Callie Day? Have you seen it?
That woman.
Have you seen it? Yes or no?
Yes.
I don't remember. Alicia Keys, I about fell out.
That woman, y'all. I need a vocal lesson from her. Is what I need. Callie Day is somebody who inspires me vocally. Callie Day. Listen, come on now. Shauna said, okay, all right. The views and opinions expressed in these comments are not necessarily the views and opinions of the host or guest.
Listen, remember what I said was going to happen if we a riot conversation left.
Y'all not going to see my face.
Oh my God. Well, we have made it to the end of our program for tonight. I want to thank everybody for joining in, watching. Remember to like the video before you head out of the room. Make sure you share this out. Again, Jay, thank you so much for stopping
Thank you
by
for having me on
and
here.
sharing your wealth of knowledge with us, my friend. Um, if you have any parting words for the people, now's the time.
Believe in yourself, y'all. Believe in yourself. There's literally nothing that I watched Della Reese the other day, and she said, if you believe that you can't do it, then nobody can convince you otherwise. But if you believe that you can do it, then can't nobody stop you. Never, never. So just that's all I want to promote with y'all, and I really do appreciate these comments, y'all. Y'all don't know how. Listen, as creatives, when we get on these lives and stuff, we really do be like, I hope people watch. Like, I hope people watch.
Right.
So the fact that y'all watched and commented, I really do appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. I really, really do.
But listen, y'all, he also has a YouTube channel. Let me
I
get that.
do. I do. Yes, Jonathan E. Smith. If you go and follow me on Instagram, official Jonathan E. Smith, you can all the links are there. You can see me on YouTube. And everything.
I'm about to put it in the chat right now.
Okay. Yeah, no, thank you guys so much. I would love to come back and talk. Thank y'all for letting me
Oh
vent.
yeah,
Thank y'all
you
for
are
letting me get some
always
feelings off
welcome
my chest.
here.
Yeah,
When we're not in Miss Rona, we are not too far away from each other, so we can always link up that
and
way
you
too.
know what I'm saying, and get it popping like that. I'm always for it.
But again, thank you everybody for stopping through. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down for the night. Again, thank you. Make sure you like this video before we head out. If you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to me and Jay. Again, thank you, Jay. Stay on for a second. I'm going to end the live, but you stay in the background.
Okay.
Say goodbye.
Bye, everybody. Thank y'all so much. Love y'all.
See you next time.
Bye.